They're sick.
All of them are sick.
Couples are sick.
So no couples. It's only handmaids and the soul. Wow. At least I have given a talk in handmaids of the Lord. So, my dear brothers and sisters, it is really an honor for me, to be the messenger of the Lord Jesus, giving His message in this talk. It is now talk number 7. But before I proceed with my talk, allow me to share with you my journey in Couples for Christ. Sister VJ was instrumental and part of that my growth in this community with his late husband. So I started sitting down in a CLP like you, 1997, back home in the Philippines. But it was a CLP of Singles for Christ. Singles for Christ is part of the Couples for Christ. It's a family ministry under the umbrella of Couples for Christ for single men and women. Moving forward, that journey that I experienced in the CLP didn't make much of a transformation. Actually, at the time, my life was really, I will say, very colorful. I was into everything: drugs, women, alcohol, bachelor. My family is really worried already. Actually, my siblings are really worried about what is happening to me. Despite of that, God is so good, no? I was able to graduate and land a job in Manila. I worked in a bank. And in the bank, I was able to influence all my male co-workers. Pull money every payday, and I have to secure drugs and put it in our storeroom. Every day, we use drugs before the bank operates. So imagine you walking in a branch and everybody is high. So that was the life before. And even it goes deeper after the CLP. I start pushing drugs, but I think the prayer of the mother is really very powerful. My mom unceasingly prayed, and she was really very pious Catholic. And I guess God listened. Little did I know, it was already the act of God that started to work. Because after that CLP, I feel this emptiness in me that I cannot explain. I was even asking God, I was challenging God. I told God, if you are really true, prove to me, because I am feeling this emptiness that I never experienced before. I have my definition of happiness at the time is, drugs, high in drugs, womanizing, and drinking. So that is happiness for me. I don't even want to join my siblings back in Dubai because I'm enjoying my life. And I joined the CLP because of the brooding of my siblings, and also because there's a lot of single women there that are attending. Imagine we are 87 participants in Singles for Christ in Santo Domingo. So that was my purpose, but God has a different plan. And to cut the story short, that emptiness become more problematic on my side. Then I decided to accept the invitation of my brother. The 4th time he invited me, I said, why not? Maybe this is a breather for me. I might have some new environment. So I accepted. I went to Dubai. Finally, I went to Dubai, and I never expected that I will not go back anymore to Philippines. When I stepped in Dubai, I was high in drugs 5 days without sleeping. But because there is no more, I don't have any more means to buy, and there is no more source, so I started up, cleansing up. I started running, jogging, sweating, and in one of the weekend, my brother asked me if I want to go with them to join in the Holy Mass. So I went with my brother to the Mass. After the Mass, he told me, "Can you join me in Christian Life program?" So I went. Sit down there. The hall is packed. It was also a CLP for Singles for Christ. But the thing that was shocked me, my brother was leading a CLP. That CLP he was leading. But back home, he was an atheist. I was even the one who went to church for him when he took the board exam, because he is a supporter of the communist rebel back home, and he's not really into what religion. Actually, my mom was really frustrated about him. But I was shocked when he was leading a CLP like this. So I just said, "Are you telling me something, God?" And to cut the story short, moving forward, I sat down in the CLP until almost to the pray over. Then God have blessed me with a grace of allowing me to experience the tongues, the gift of tongues. In one of my prayer time, I always pray around 2 o'clock in early morning, because we live in a house where we are cramped. A lot of us, so even the living room we subdivided so that we can have a sleeping place. No? So the only time I can pray with myself in the washroom is at 2 o'clock, because no one is using it. But God is so good that I experienced that grace of the gift of tongues. I'm awake, sweating and drying, and utterly, continuously words that, I feel so light. And after that, all the questions that I'm asking God was answered, like it is put into places. I was sending resumes, no one is replying. The following day, I got a phone call from a big bank in Dubai. And they asked me for an interview. I went. After the interview, my place is 15 minutes away by car. I was in the taxi, my phone rang, and then it was the HR, and it's telling me that I am hired. But still I questioned God. I told God, that's not what I can hear in Dubai. This emptiness. And lo and behold, one of the Singles for Christ asked me to join him to pay a debt to couple coordinator. That is what the Singles for Christ does in Dubai. They spend all their pay before they reach the next payday. They don't have any more money, so they go for they borrow money from the couple coordinators, and then during the payday they pay back. So I went with him, and I met my wife in that house of the couple coordinator. Moving forward, my dear brothers and sisters, we serve. It was a whirlwind romance. We served in Singles for Christ, and then Couples for Christ. 2005, we migrated here in Canada. We landed in North Vancouver. Until now, I'm still in North Vancouver. And I raised my family serving God through Couples for Christ in the parish. And during the time when we started the North Vancouver, it was very hard because even the Catholic Church won't accept us. We do our CLPs. We're renting an Anglican church to do CLP. And we just rotate to pay the rent so that we can have CLPs. It took us 8 years, and I think 3 years of that, Brother Jimmy and Sister Vicky is part of it. because they are our leaders at the time. Moving forward is slowly, but God so I'm so grateful to God that He allowed us to grow in numbers, and then we become a chapter, and they are our cluster head at the time. So moving forward, right now I'm still standing here in front of you because of the goodness of God. Actually, that song that Brother Jerry was singing, I think that calculates all my sharing today. No? Grateful, because I'm so grateful to what God has done in my life. From the dark side, bring me to this present life that I have, and gifted me with this beautiful family. This is my eldest. He is now in Korea right now. My second, Jordan, and my youngest, Leslie. This is my God's gift, Jim. We are all part of the community. We are all serving in Youth for Christ until at present. And you know, life is not easy serving, but God really is true to His promise. It's not a big process, but God, when He promised, He fulfills it. So our life is a life that, as a family, serve God. So my favorite verse, as for me and my house will serve the Lord. So right now I'm standing in front of you because I was part of that goodness of God, that I'm almost down in that mud. He picked me up and put me here, and now I am standing in front of you, testifying the goodness of God. And hopefully, through this community and the Christian Life program, will also have a transformation in your heart. So, my brothers and sisters, let us begin the talk. The talk today is growing in the Spirit.